Good morning, Mesdeline here, fresh out of the shower. Thought I'd put on a little bit of Hawaii today. These are some earrings that I got over on the Big Island. I love them. It's kind of a gray day, so I thought, I will be Hawaii today. So today's oracle card is the perfection of your life. Have you ever seen a storm pictured from above? It can appear to be so beautiful and elegant. This is certainly different to the ground view, which can be quite a violent experience. So too there is great beauty in your life now. However, at this point in the natural process, you may be experiencing it as anxiety-inducing rather than beautiful. Hello. You may sense it as internal chaos. You may feel it as something that is waiting to erupt from within, as a restlessness or an anxiety that you cannot quite articulate, but sense vaguely nonetheless. Perhaps the chaos is fully fledged, and a person or situation in your life is causing all kinds of havoc, upheaval, or change and uncertainty in your world. I'd say that would probably apply to most of us right now. Whether the chaos seems subtle, strong, internal, or external, this oracle brings the same message for you. All is unfolding according to a perfect or higher order. You are currently enduring a cosmic spiritual storm which is having an impact on you. It is clearing things out, ruffling feathers, and preparing you for that lovely, super fresh, uplifting feeling that one experiences after the storm has finally passed. I don't know if you remember the After the Storm card, and it was about the storm comes through and just kind of clears the way for the new and wondrous to enter your life. If you can't believe there's anything happening even at a subtle level, which I don't think applies to any of us, because you feel stuck, denied, bored, thwarted, or stale, this oracle brings you a message also. No matter what appears to be, in truth, there is only the unfolding creative genius of the universe. You are not forgotten. You have not been looked over. You have not been denied, found wanting, or rejected as unworthy. The storm that needs to erupt is in your own heart. Do your liberating rain dance. Rage, weep, pray, dance, paint, or sing. Express whatever is needed, however is needed, to exercise the blocked energy in your heart. Then you will call on the powerful perfection of your life path as it aligns for the next creative turn of the spiral of life. Once again, you will trust and directly experience the flower of life unfolding within you and around you. So the first thing I thought of when I saw this image was, that old saying, you can't see the forest for the trees. And so the image they give is looking at a storm from above. If you see a satellite picture of a storm, it's this swirly, beautiful thing, but when you're in the storm, like a hurricane or a tornado, it's a violent experience. It's up close and personal. So that looking from above, my dear friend Karen called that eagle vision. So sometimes we get stuck in mouse vision, which we only see what's right in front of us. Our world is like really small, and we get stuck in fear of whatever's happening in our life, right? Because we're in that mouse vision. And and so when I get into that place, which sometimes I do, I think we all do, I remember Karen's counseling when she said, look at what's happening through eagle vision. So when you back away, so basically you're seeing that small picture, that light, the small picture of life, and then you back away, you raise up above it, you become the eagle looking down on the earth, and you see the greater picture. So I tend to be a big picture kind of person. It makes it, sometimes I go into a situation and everybody's looking at the little picture and they're looking at all the little details and everything, and I can see the whole picture, and then I'm able to help problem solve because I can see, well, it reminds me of a funny story. Anyway, my first husband, he used to get so mad at me about that. We're building a house, and he would do something that I could see the end result and how that wasn't going to work, what he was doing right now with his little carpentry thing, and the end result would not work. And he would just be like, well, this is you, I know more than you do about carpentry and stuff. Well, yeah, you do. But he couldn't see the end result, and then he'd get to that end and he'd like, ah. So anyway, it's a good thing to see, the whole picture. It's also good to see part of the picture. It's important to live in the moment, to live in the now, but it's also important to be aware of the greater world around you. So that, for instance, depression and suicide, as they say, suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem, right? So, when someone commits suicide, all they can see, and I know this because I was there one time, and fortunately, it didn't happen, but all I could see was my pain in that moment, that agony. I was in so much pain, and I couldn't see anything else. And so my solution was to kill myself because then, the pain would go away. And so anyway, I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing, right? I I wasn't seeing the bigger picture of life, where I had this beautiful daughter and all, all these other things in my life that were so positive, right? All I was seeing was that pain. And so then since then, I've seen, my life has gone up and down, as all of our lives do. We're in the light, we're in the darkness, we're in the light. Um, Good things, hard things, but it's all temporary, all of it. And so now I know when I'm in that hard place, rise above it and see the complete picture. See how there's so much beauty in the world. For me, getting out in nature is very healing when I'm having a hard time. So, so this is the perfection of your life. Your life is perfect just as it is. However, you might not see that perfection. So now is a time to rise up above that and see the whole picture of your life, not just the problem in the present, but the whole picture. So another analogy is how, as we go through this coronavirus, many of us have stay-at-home orders. Not all states do, but we're seeing pictures from satellites of where there's been pollution for decades, no pollution. We're seeing water that has been too murky to see through. Now people can see it's clear and you can see the fish, right? Things like that. And so that's another analogy where, when you look at the greater picture right now, the virus, oh, it's a scary, awful thing and people are dying. But the greater picture is that the planet is healing, right? And then another greater picture that I can see, I don't know if everyone else can see, but people are creating right now. There is, when you create, when you people are learning in a different way. For instance, I had to learn how to use Zoom so I could teach my dance classes, and it's fun. It's a fun thing. Who knew, right? That never would have happened if it hadn't been for being, having to stay at home. And so all these things are happening that, when we look back, we're going to go, oh, I learned this or I created that. It's bringing us a different kind of inspiration, an inspiration of hope, an inspiration of healing, an inspiration of divine wonder that we wouldn't have gotten without this. So enough of that. I just want to say to remember that when you're in that mouse vision and just seeing that tiny that tiny picture of life, that the problem, the current problem, to raise up above it and see from the eagle vision, see what your life really is. And if you need to, journal about it. Here's all the good things in my life. I'm having a hard time right now, but look at all these good things that have happened and the good things that are happening. The people who love me, the sun that is shining, the flowers that are blooming. And I guarantee you, you will start to feel much better if you're not feeling good about things, okay? Look at the beauty. Find the beauty. It's there waiting for you. Eagle vision. I love it. And I love you.